finally worked. Let's see here. Skip this shit. I don't want to hear this because this hurts my ears. I don't know if the volume's okay. I put a headset on. I'm hoping that's going to fix the volume here. And my camera's really big in the top left corner, but I don't know how to fix that, so we're just going to go with it. And whatever happens, happens. Let's begin mission here. The Death Star plans. Confidential, Mon Mothma. Message from the Senator. The Rebellion is counting on the completion of this mission, Commander Catan. I hope your success is on your side. Gotta get the Death Star plans. Even though Disney's now retconned this and this is no longer canon, who gives a shit? Yeah, you know the deal. Get the Death Star plans, get in, get the fuck out. I'm going to be playing all these missions on medium because, quite frankly, I don't feel like playing hard. And if you don't like it, you can suck in my butthole. So let's go. Loading mission. I had this game as a kid in 1995, and I'm going to turn on the volume because it's loud as shit and I want to be able to hear. Let's turn down the sound effects here. Music and sound effects are going to go down. Because otherwise you won't be able to hear me and that'll suck. I had this game as a kid. I had this game as a kid in 95, and I love this game, man. It kicked my ass. Like I got trounced when I played this young, but now I have this game and I feel like I can kick the shit out of it because I'm older and I'm more experienced. And unless it's technical problems, I'm gonna really enjoy myself here. Killing stormtroopers and like Imperial officers is one of the most cathartic things ever in gaming history. It never gets old. This is back when Star Wars was really, really, really awesome. And yeah, man, I was a huge Star Wars nut when I was young. I collected Star Wars cards, Star Wars action figures, Star Wars Watto dolls, man. For Episode 1, it was big. Let's turn this down here a little bit more. My camera's flickering. I've had a fucking terrible day with technology. Like, the controls here are different from the DOS version that I played. In the DOS version, you could use the keyboard to do most of your controlling, but for some reason the Steam one, the mouse is kind of forced. Like, I can't use the up and down arrow, really. Again, I've had such a terrible day with technology, I don't dare try to fix it, because I'd probably never get it to work and I would spend all night long, and I don't feel like doing that, so I'm just gonna have to make lemonade with what you got. If you don't got any lemons, use some oranges. Pew, pew, pew. I'm gonna turn down the sound just a little bit more because it's still kind of loud. Won't be silent, but it will be down as far as I can get it to go. I always called this gun the penis gun. This is the second gun. I think it's your like briar pistol, but does it look like a dick kind of? I mean, it's orange. It's long. You can like look her up and down with the thing. Oh, okay, he's holding the gun. When I was a kid, I never really saw much. I was like, this is how the gun appeared when I was a kid. It was like tiny, this little thing right here. So it looked like a penis. Then we got the blaster rifle, which is way better and like kills pretty much everything in the game. And that's the gun I'm going to be using mostly. Hopefully we'll get other guns here. We also got our fists. We can punch the shit out of people. I always loved doing this when I was younger, like, especially officers, because they go down with one punch. Like, look at this noob. He just died in boom! He just, like, falls back and takes it. God. These officers are pansies, man. They just die in one shot. I like how they drop code keys, too. Like, you get... Like, this game... A lot of people think this game copied Doom, and it's pretty similar, I won't lie, but it did a great job. If you're going to rip off a game, this is how you do it. Yeah, we got a red code key, so we can open up a red door. I think you can look at your inventory, but... Oh, wow, that worked the first time, so I guess some of the keys do work. F1 shows you your inventory. My camera's in the way, but this is the Briar pistol. This is the third gun. There's a red key we have up in the corner. I can't see it very well because my camera flickers. Probably have to deal with that later. Mission objectives tells you what you need to do. Find the plans. We had objectives in this game, like objectives, like actually telling you if you didn't know. If you know, a lot of games didn't tell you what to do. So you have no idea how the fuck to finish a level, but this game does tell you that what you need to do: find and retrieve the Death Star plans and return to your ship. So let's continue on and do that. It seems confident. Yeah, you can even look at the briefing too, which is nice. But you all know that by now, so I want the. I gotta use E to open the door. I think it was X in the old days to open, or spacebar to open the door, but they changed the button. I don't know, to be more modern friendly. You know, it's good to update things, but sometimes you just want to leave stuff alone. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's a good way to look at technology, unless it's like fucking atrociously bad. Pull your fingernails off. Like just leave the controls alone. You know, because new people aren't going to play these games. Like the people who are buying these games are the people who grew up with them. You know, they're not the new crowd. So why do you feel the need to change configurations and stuff? Just oh, good, thank God that works too. Just leave it alone, you know? Let people remember from muscle memory if they don't have them look up online. But I'll try to stop rambling. I've just had a really awful day. Stuff just not working for me today. You know, between this game and Doom, Doom's a better game because it came first, but this game is great, you know? I like how you get lives. We have 3 lives there in the bottom corner. We have like 4 shields and we have health. And the shields are in green and the health is in red. Right now we have 40 shields and we have 97 health. If we lose all our shields, we're okay, but if our health gets to 0, if like the red number gets to 0 down there, we're dead, and we lose a life. This game is unique in that it uses live systems. It's not, you can't save in a level. Like, you have 3 lives. You can acquire more, but we have 3 lives, so we have to beat the game, or beat the level in 3 lives, rather. And if we don't, well, then we have to go back to start the mission again. So, it's difficult, but it also kind of sets itself apart from other kind of games where you can save in the middle of the mission. I'm okay with it. Makes you more of a pro. So what did that do? Okay, we opened up this stuff down there. I can use page up and down here to look around. Here's the door here. Oh, there's this unsuspecting schmuck. Let's get rid of him. Stop, rebel scum! Love the voice acting they do in this game. They really sound good. They're just like, they're just good, you know. They're all intense and it's fun. Yeah, I remember this secret. Ah, fuck. The jumping's kind of messed up in this game. I mean, it works, but it's a little janky. Like, there are parts where you really have to do a lot of jumping, and if you don't make your jumps, you die. But there's not too many of them in the game, not to my knowledge. I'll see these little mouse bots. Guess what? Ew! We can kill them and remove the battery from them and get more power for our goggles. I don't know how much power we have on for the little night vision. I think the lights on the thing by our ammo, like we have 203 ammo. If you see those 5 green lights above the light bar, fucking jumping, the light bar, I think that tells us how much power we have for our goggles, but I could be wrong. Or our headlight, I don't know what that thing is. It's a light. It works. So I think we gotta go down here. Let's see. Gotta go down here. We got a map too, we can look around, but it's kind of a shitty map. Don't rely on it too much. It was 95, man. You were lucky to have maps in 95. Sound effects are also really well done in this game. Like, you know, when you switch a gun, it's like nice and deep. It's one of the things that's missing in today's games is sound effects. Like, they're just not very good, you know? Like, they sound really cheap, and you know, the old games, like, they had good sound effects, you know? Like, look at this, I'm running on top of computers. Like, it's so wacky. Like, this was impressive at the time to see these dots on these computers, like this like, spiral stuff. Like, look at this, the Death Star, that's cool. You know, you can run through it. Give this officer a nice big punch in the face. Good night. Love how his hat flies off when you kill him too. It's like, and then it looks like it lands right back on his head. It's like you punched him in the face, his hat flew off, and then it like fell back on his head. I don't know how that happened. It's his desk right here. He's just chilling out. Must be a shitty job, just staring at a brick wall. What does he do? Put on the Java rap when he's bored?
This is too easy. Now to get to my ship.
This is too easy. Now to get to my ship. My shit. So yeah, I think we got the Death Star. We got the Death Star plans. Let's see if it's our objective. Yep. Find and retrieve the Death Star plans and return to your ship. That's the base. So we just gotta get got a GTFO now. Pretty short level here. I believe there is a secret somewhere here. Can't remember where, but there we go. Wow. That was quick. I do have a good muscle memory of this game. I don't completely remember it, but I do remember somewhat certain things. We got batteries here. I can't remember if there were thermal detonators in this level, like the fourth gun. We'll get a bunch of guns in this game. We only have 2 guns right now. We have the Dick, and then we have the rifle. But we'll get more later on, and I don't know when you get them, but you do get them. I have a weird door here. Let's get in here. And blast open. You there, stop where you are. So yeah, we just gotta get picked up by our ship or Jan or whoever's gonna get us. There we go, mission objectives complete. There is a secret, however, I think right back here. Yeah, that's a little red thing. That's a 1-up right there. Get that. And we got an extra life. Now we have 4. And yeah, that's really awesome. I think we're done with the stage, even though we're not back at the ship. Like if we hit escape, yeah, next mission. We can go to next mission, but just to be extra prudent, I'm gonna go back up to the ship to make sure the game doesn't fuck off on me, because you never know. Wouldn't want to have to repeat the level. Most missions in this game, you have to like go all the way back to your ship, but sometimes you don't. But this is how you end it. Just hit escape, and you go to next mission. Bam.
Kyle delivers the plans to the Rebel Alliance. Soon afterwards, the Death Star is destroyed. But even as the Alliance celebrates this victory, another sinister plot is set in motion that will become an even greater concern for the Rebellion.
Ooh. It's always impressed me as a kid, this scene.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Monk.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi Knights. At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
Looks like Alfred Hitchcock, doesn't he?
Full cause, General.
He's got that fat face and the gray hair.
Lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
Oh yeah. This really impressed me. Whoa. Here comes the Ginyu Force, man. Watch out! The Ginyu Force is on their way. So yeah, I don't know what they're doing out there. Blowing the shit out of a base.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
It's the redemption. Oh, come on, Mom. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice.
Megatron.
The Empire has
Just
been
like-
keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Death Star.
He looks like Butthead, doesn't
5
he?
days ago, the Empire attacked
He
one
looks
of
like
our
Butthead
secret
from
bases
Beavis
in
and
the city of
Butthead.
Talay.
What's this, a Dark Trooper?
This is tech base to anybody out there. Please, we're under Imperial attack. There was no warning at all. Total devastation. They broke through our shield. They broke through our shield!
Hey, Beavis, who is that?
TAC base was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city as well as the rebel staff were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified. This Imperial officer, Crix Medine, wishes to defect to the Alliance.
Ah, Crix
He has
Medine.
supplied us with information on the development of a new Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
Oh.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
This could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander, and may the Force be with you.
Yeah. The Force is not contact. Alright, so we're on to the second mission, Talay TAC Base. We got our honey, Jan Ors. This is Kyle's honey, Jan Ors, his little sweetheart. It's good to see you, Kyle. Good job on Operation Skyhook. The rebels were very impressed. Now it's back to mission hopping just like old days. So, we made a brief reconnaissance of the area. Basically, TAC Base got the shit blown out of it by the Dark Troopers, and now Kyle's going to be sent in here to investigate it. Yeah, the Emperor gets sloppy. They'll never see me coming on here. I'll just kill everybody. And Crix Medine gave it's like the spies or inside contact. So our goal is to basically, we got to restart the hydroelectric, the generator in this mission, because the power is apparently fucked up. I guess the Imperial troops took out the power. And we also got to find a clue to the Dark Trooper. Just a sec here. We got to find a clue to the Dark Trooper, and then we got to get our ass back to the landing area. Like I said, a lot of these missions, you go through them, and then you got to get all the way back to the landing area. So, yeah. A lot of running around in this game. But, that's what this is. It's a first-person shooter, and, you know, it's an old game. It's an old game. They do have the courtesy to refill your life every time you die. And there's some, you know, there is a map, so you got to give it credit for that. Looks like these people had a sad fate. That'd have been cool if they put in a cutscene where, like, it showed, like, the Dark Troopers running around and, like, blowing the shit out of everybody. You know, those tall guys that you saw got put in the cranes. Those Dark Troopers were fucking scared me as a kid, man. Like, those guys were intimidating. We'll see them when we get to them, but big tall guys with like jetpacks and they're like, "Rrr." I'm not gonna lie, I had nightmares about these fucking Dark Troopers. Like I couldn't sleep at night. I had bad dreams about them. I was worried they were like in my house, like downstairs, like flying around. But there's two kinds of Dark Troopers. There's these like lanky. Well, there's two kinds. One of them is like a robot. With like I think he's got like a razor blade on his arm or something. They're like the Terminator, and they're pretty fucking scary because they're like, they have these red eyes and they're tall and, you know, They're really scary. But the second Dark Trooper is also pretty creepy. He's got like this jetpack on him, and he's like really tall also, and they're really intimidating, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one, but I had nightmares about him when I was a kid. Love the sky on this thing. Look at that nice purple sky, man. It's fucking beautiful. This game has great graphics for 95. I mean, it really does. It's really authentic to actual the movies, too, you know? I think you can sprint. Yeah, you can sprint if you hold shift. I didn't know that. And here we have, like, a wall. I think you can throw a bomb and blow those walls open, but, yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. Get the light on in here. I can't see shit.
That blaster's on.
Pew! Give this guy a punch in the face. Hey, buddy. Yeah! Ah, fucking put a Rambo in there. God, Catan must punch really fucking hard. If you can knock out a stormtrooper who's wearing like armor with one punch, that's pretty tough, man. I don't know what he's got in his gloves there. He's got like steel or titanium in them. We can't open up the doors. I think you need to turn the power on to get the doors opened up. Like I said, one of the mission objectives in this level is to find the hydroelectric power generator, and you got to turn that on to get the door. Oh, it also shows you how many secrets you got in the level too. There's like there's a secrets percentage here. I'm not going to find all the secrets because I don't really give a shit, and that would take forever. But you know, finding secrets is important in this game because you don't want to die and have to redo the whole level. So if you know where they are, definitely take advantage of it. There's cheat codes too we can put in, but we're not putting cheat codes in because we're going to muscle through this game and do it like we did old days. But yeah, this game's not really too hard. I mean, some levels are really awful and some levels are really great. The second level's pretty good. I like the second level a lot. And yeah, our power did go down here. See the little by the ammo count with the 418 above that. There's those 5 green lights, and one of them's gone. So we did lose power on our headlight, but I'm gonna turn it off because I don't need it. But you know, that's what it does if you wondered. Yeah, this level's not too bad. This is an easier level compared to a lot of the other ones. It's a pretty fun level. One thing that's really not good about this game that I don't like is that some of these levels are like just massive in size, which is really impressive. But it's also kind of a pain in the ass because it can be really easy to get lost in them and figure out where you need to go. You know, you kind of wander around looking for switches, and that's really annoying. But still, it's not bad. I don't think it's not this level at least. The next level's fucking terrible, but this level is mercifully okay. Usually, second levels in video games, a lot of video games have really hard second levels in them, like the first Sonic the Hedgehog, like with the Marble Zone. You know, you had like Green Hill, which was a really easy first zone, and then you get to the second zone, and like everybody turns it off because they're just like, oh, it's too hard, I can't get through it, you know. Usually the second level is like the weed out level in the game, you know. I mean, the developers aren't stupid enough to fuck up the first level, but the second level, they kind of weed you out, you know. Got little bars here. One of the most important things about making a game is to make sure that every level looks unique, you know, and so it doesn't look the same. Because a lot of old games, a lot of the textures would look the same, like it would be same old, you know, you'd have like purple walls and fucking like gray ground everywhere, and you never know where you were. This game is, while it is a large game and you know, it is a pretty big, the levels are pretty huge. Everything is pretty memorable. There's not too many parts that look the same, thankfully. And, you know, there's 14 levels in the game, so it's a good number. I think they were going to put like, one of the levels had to be scrapped, but that's usually how it is with a developer. But, you know, you try to make a lot of games, and a lot of levels in a game, and then you can't finish everything. But this game feels very complete for 95. And let's see, isn't it? Yep. See the battery? Our lights are refilled there. Don't need on anymore. Let's get out the window. We have our guns each have we can fire. We have 2 kinds of firing with our guns. I don't have a second gun, another gun that I think the Stormtrooper rifle has an automatic fire on it, but I don't know what key does it, and it's not important, but I might look into that later because there are some things like landmines and other guns can do that. Boom! We got the power working now, I think, so we can open up doors. Let's check here. F1. Find and restate. Yep, restart hydroelectric power. So we got the power going. Now we just need to find a clue to the Dark Trooper, and then we'll be done with this level. You can't swim in this game, and you can't. I mean, you can swim, but you can't like dive at all. This game doesn't really have too much water in it. Well, actually, it does have water. Actually, a lot of water, but it's not. It's really not any different than like other. And the water isn't any different. Water's water in this game. Some of it's acid, which can hurt you, but you're always going to be on top. I guess the developers didn't have the technology back in the day to, make, let you go underwater for 95. I don't know. I know Jedi Knight 2, or Dark Forces 2 let you swim underwater. I think it did. Yeah. Yeah, LucasArts has always done a good job with most of their games. I mean, they're hard games, like, but they've done a good job with them and shoot from the water too. Catan must be a pretty talented swimmer. Yeah, Dark Forces, LucasArts has always done a really good job with their games. They've always done a really, they're not the. They're pretty goddamn good. I give them like B+ or even an A- for most of their games. This game had a sequel, Dark Forces 2, and you got a lightsaber in the game, and you could fight Jedi and stuff, which is cool. But I don't know, I didn't like it as much as this game. The graphics, I don't think were very good. They haven't aged very well for their day. A lot of people like the game. I didn't really grow up with it and play it too much like this game. But it's a pretty good game, and if you haven't played it, I would definitely check it out too. And then they made a Dark Forces 3. They didn't call it Dark Forces 3. They just call it they just call it Jedi Knight 2, because the sequel of this game is called Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, and so the next game was then called Jedi Knight 2. And that's a pretty good game. That game has aged really well. Like, you get a lightsaber and you can hack shit up with it. It's really fun. You fight lots of Jedi, and it's just it's a great game. Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. I might stream that game too because I really liked it. But first things first, we have to open these doors here. I think these fucking black pirate motherfuckers can take a little more punishment than the stormtroopers. I don't know what these guys are, like Death Star troopers? They always looked funny to me. They got like these pirate hats, and I don't know what they're supposed to like represent. Maybe like where Lucas got the idea to get them, but I've always found killing these guys pretty fun. I mean, I think they were in the first Star Wars movie, and then I don't remember if they ever appeared again. I don't know. So the one thing I like about this game is they were generous with the enemy types, like pretty generous. They got the Imperials, looks really right. In this little tower here. Rotate this around. This is cute. It's a nice little tower. So now we're on the other side of the dam. We got full ammo, 500. Blast guys. I know there's another button, though. I won't worry about it right now. Gotta use the mouse for everything. I swear to God, there are thermal detonators in this level, or I think there are. God, the graphics have not aged very well. They're really grainy. No, I don't know if I'd want them to remake this game, because they might fuck it up. Like, remakes, usually the designers fuck up the atmosphere. This game has good atmosphere. It's really good. It's dark and moody, and the music's really authentic. '90s were a good decade to live, man. They were a good decade to live. I saw the episode, was it 7, 8, 9? I think that's what they are. Like, I watched those episodes. I don't even remember the names of those episodes. I mean, I after the episode 6, or episode 3, I'm sorry, with, like, the prequels, with, like, emo Anakin, I completely lost caring of Star Wars. Like, it fucking went out the window. Even then I was bored. But, yeah, like, I think this game takes place between episode 4 and 5, because they destroyed the Death Star, and they haven't rebuilt it yet, and there's Executor, so I'm assuming this is, like, before Hoth. You know, before, like, the Empire attacks Hoth. I could be wrong. Who fucking knows, man? Who knows what Disney does? Whoa! God damn, man. What are these stormtroopers doing? Having a Star Trek convention in here, or what? They're just standing up on these, like, shells. Who the fuck builds a place like this? Just run in there and blow everybody away. Going Rambo style, Catan. Totally unrealistic, but so fun. Gun takes up like half the fucking screen. This game was only made for DOS. There's no, like, Windows 95 port, so yeah, good luck adjusting things. Is that a microwave? What'd that do? Oh, is that a secret? I think that's a secret. So many secrets I've found in this level. The game doesn't tell you if you get a secret, which kind of sucks, but 33%. I think maybe 3 secrets. Kind of sucks, but again, it's the first time. It's old. The next game they improved it. And I don't know, do you play this game for secrets, or do you just play it for the story? This game actually does have a pretty decent story. Like, I kind of like it, you know? It's like you're a detective and you gotta figure out, you gotta get clues and gather information, and it does have a cool story. I think General Mock is a pretty cool thing. General Mock. I'm gonna make a mockery of you. General Mock's a pretty cool bad guy. He looks like Alfred Hitchcock, doesn't he? Got like a fat, chubby face. Not the most imposing villain in the world. Thank you, Lord Vader. Dark Trooper, release. General Mock. So, ooh, what's this?
Go ahead, Kyle. Looks like I found something that could help us out. Get back to the landing pad and I'll meet you there.
Dark Trooper something. What did I find? Broken Dark Trooper weapon. Ooh. Can't use it. Jump out the window. And where do I go from here? Can I get back this way? Or do I gotta take the sewer system back? This is probably one of the most stressful things about these missions is, like I said, a lot of times you have to get back to your ship, and it can be a real pain in the dick. Like, it can really be annoying trying to find your way back. Or you, like, die on the way back, you know? Like, that's kind of sucks. But I guess it kind of increases the tension, you know? It's not realistic just to say the mission's over. It's like, well, you gotta get out too, you know? And as a kid, I was always worried I'd run into trouble on the way back. Like I'd run into some boss or something that would kill me. It actually does happen, I think, a couple times in this game. There's a couple things on the way back, but... Yeah, the lights are on, man. I think I gotta get back across the river there. Let's see, go across the bridge. There we go. We can't get up to that ceiling there. We gotta go through the door. We can go through here now. But before we couldn't go through here because the power was out. But now that it's back on, we can get back up here. I swear there's thermal detonators in this level. I don't know where, but I do know they are in this level. Let's see. Ah, here's the thing. There's an extra life. Yeah. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. As a kid, this confused me. Like, I didn't know how to get back out of these things. Like, I'd be, like, wandering around forever, but I sort of remember this level. People watching this game, what is your favorite Star Wars movie? Did you like the first one more, or do you think Empire Strikes Back is the best? Or are you in the huge minority and think that Episode 1 with Jar Jar Binks is the best? Fuck no. So yeah, we're done with this mission. Let's exit it and go to next mission. I think I'm going to stop this recording here because I'm kind of tired, and we'll probably do another recording later on. And I'm just going to take a break. Maybe I'll do some more tonight, but I'm tired, so I'm going to cancel here. And yeah, you can see that we've beaten in our map screen here. We've beaten the missions. We can always go back and play another one if we want. Like if we go to begin mission.
Kyle delivers the...
We can always choose like hard if we wanted to go through. So it's kind of like GoldenEye, where you could like choose the difficulty, but you don't have to go through the whole thing if you don't want to. Like you can just take your break and go back to another mission. And Anote City's the third one. So yeah, I'm gonna stop this here, and maybe I'll play later if this turns out good for this recording. And hope you enjoyed watching. Later.